Being broken-hearted for whatever reason really is very difficult, isn't it? But did you know now it's a real medical condition, Takotsubo syndrome, also known as broken heart syndrome. It's a condition where your heart muscle actually changes shape and suddenly weakens. So you could, in theory, die of a broken heart. And we hear this, Katie, don't we? When they say, oh, especially elderly couples, you hear, you know, have been married for years and years, together years and years, and one passes away, and not long after the other might pass away, and people go, died of a broken heart.
I haven't heard it being called Takotsubo, but I will be using that word all the time now.
Any medical people watching, I do apologise for that, because it's a very interesting spelling, but it's, Takotsubo.
I mean, I have to say, I do think that, you know, self-care can stop and you can get really depressed. And I think then, you know, you might experience some kind of mental health problems. And although you're still here, you might sort of feel like a bit of an empty vessel without your other half. I mean, I think if I was elderly and Richie passed away, I'd be happy to die too at the same time.
Would you?
Yeah. If we're sort of at the end of our life, because I think we are...
As in we're talking very elderly.
Yeah.
Children have grown up and, yes.
And we're no longer needed.
Yeah, I suppose, Janet, I read this and thought, well, I would say it's more about stress. So that if you are broken-hearted, you're probably very, very upset, and then your body can often react badly to stress, can't it? And it said, actually, some of the symptoms can feel actually like a mirror a heart attack. So people have that, you know, I can't breathe, or, you know,
I
they
do
feel
worry
panicked.
about making it a medical condition. I do
it's
think...
happened, it has.
Well, I do worry about calling it a medical condition because I think that we are almost over-obsessed with monitoring how we feel now. It's kind of taken over, this self-obsession with how am I feeling? Am I feeling positive? Am I feeling negative? Am I feeling stressed? And that we know there's real depression, and then there's all sorts of anxieties that real and imagined that are actually burdening society and burdening people at the moment. So without sounding like a total cynic, I think that, yes, you do feel pain. For example, when your partner is suddenly taken from you, or as Katie says, when you're very, very old and one's gone and then perhaps the other one can't carry on alone, feels bereft. And also a very common situation is a dog you adore. You've had the family pet dies and people have to take time off work.
I've experienced a lot of heartbreak.
Well, you know, losing... We had Gloria on yesterday. We were talking about grief with Gloria and talking about Karen. Obviously, you lost your son. So, you know, did you have physical
I have got physical, and that's the way... that's how I explain it to people. I either say, you know, my heart is broken because I have so much love for my son and for my child. That's never going to repair. I also say that. But I think, you know, the way that it's a resilience of some sort to just pick yourself up, dust yourself shoulders off and try and move on. But I think, for me, it's more about that support system that I have around me, my friends and my family, of, you know, understanding that I probably can't explain it properly to them for them to understand it, but just to be able to know that there are people there to support me, I think is really important. And I will say, when I do have a conversation with anybody talking about Jamal, I do feel a little bit lighter-hearted as well.
But do you think people avoid... Because I know sometimes I might with you, because I think I don't want to upset you. We're at work, and, you know, that's interesting you say that, because I have one of my best friends lost her son. And she said she likes to talk about him, but actually people avoid the subject because they're worried about her being upset.
But the thing is, you don't know... I mean, I've been on this show and we're talking about something that's totally not related, and it just triggers you, and then all of a sudden it can come on just like that. So there's
grief, isn't it?
And that's grief, and it's I think people associate a broken heart with a relationship, and you know, I was dumped and he broke my heart, he cheated on me and he broke my heart, and that is a real thing, and it should be addressed. It shouldn't just be brushed under a carpet.
Actually, the physical impact of any kind of heartbreak for whatever reason, not just a romantic heartbreak, you know, should be taken seriously.
It should be taken seriously.
when my husband Frank's son died of cancer unexpectedly, we had like 2 weeks' notice, and a little boy died of stomach cancer. My husband went to pieces. He never, ever recovered from it. It changed his life. He could not, as Brenda said, it fundamentally changed his personality. I mean, he was a larger-than-life character. He had highs and lows anyway. He was a film director. But when his son died, something in him died too. And I recognised that because he became a different person.
Absolutely.
And you know, no matter how you try to pull people back, you can only do so much.
I don't think anybody has the right to say if you do have my broken heart is more than that, or, you know, it's addressing that it's grief. It's all based around grief, and the more that we talk about it and open ourselves up, the more that we can feel a little bit lighter. And it's never going to go, but I feel a little bit lighter.
We always thank you for talking about it, Brenda, because I know it's not easy, but you really help even just one person every time you mention it. And I hope that it helps you, because we still keep Jamal's name alive. And
exactly, it's about the legacy.
Not hidden away in a box.
Exactly.
It's not hidden away.